This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button.
Introducing Perry Purnell. All your fashion needs, jackets, t-shirts, accessories, clothes, and even shoes by Erwin Fowler, made in Italy. Go check him out below with all the links in the description.
If you want to run ads on the channel, it's jordantowermedia at gmail.com. Okay, let's get right into it. All right, so we got GIlle the Kid calling, Akademiks was on there, and like GIlle said like something about Joe, like, yo, Joe could, I like Joe Budden and everything. We got no issues. Oh yeah. It was brought up because they did have podcast issues a while back, but they settled it. But you know, because they were the new kids on the block, right? But now GIlle and Wallow are doing some of the better interviews right now. Now, he said Joe Budden couldn't take me into Verzuz, you know. Now, the only song, I'm not, you know, no disrespect to Joe Budden, because his mixtapes and the albums he put out through Koch, there's a lot of great content on there. GIlle has good content too. Would GIlle beat Joe Budden into Verzuz? To me, probably not. Joe Budden accepted the Verzuz challenge though and said, hey, let's do like a hood Verzuz, because honestly, they're not going to put us on the stage for Verzuz, but they'll put let's do our own, and we'll do it in Philly or with something. I respect Joe Budden for taking that. He said, we'll do a mixtape Verzuz, because we ain't going to do Pump It Up versus your single. You know, we'll do mixtape stuff. That'd be pretty interesting. They should have a mixtape type Verzuz too, because like Fabulous mixtapes, Jadakiss mixtape. I mean, they kind of did that during their Verzuz, but you know what I'm saying. Some of the mixtape records be way better than the album cuts, because like there's no restrictions. Then we got Akademiks almost lost his life at the Fresh and Fit podcast. Some girl turned up on him, and he made the mistake of turning up back. Okay, so he was calling some girl out because she was talking about she's a woman of God and everything, but then she revealed that she had a child out of wedlock. So of course she started going after Akademiks for his weight, which isn't totally out of control. I don't know. People just use that as an easy go-to. And he didn't really care. But he started going after her for being a hypocrite. And she actually reached in her purse and pulled out the blicky. And she didn't let it off or anything, but it got kind of heated. I'll try to link it below so you guys can check it out, because I found it on a blog. So, man, can you imagine losing your life over just like the Fresh and Fit podcast? I mean, it does get heated up there, because people make these blanket statements, whether you're a guy or a girl, and it's like, especially these are younger women usually up there, and when you're young, you have I don't care if you're a guy or a girl. When you're in your early 20s, your perspective on life is very narrow. And you realize how hard life is later. It's crazy. Late 20s, you have a better perspective. The baby charges dropped. Some driver accused him of putting paws on him. He got that charge up. I think it was in Vegas, but another charge. This guy gets charged all the time, man. This guy's a walking court case. Then we got Bobby Shmurda saying we've talked about this before. If you put it up again, I ain't been in charge of my music since I was 19 years old. I just turned 27, and honestly, I don't know when stuff's dropping, so don't ask me. Go ask them, since they want to control everything. That's part of being signed to a label. I mean, he's actually lucky he got signed back in the day. He had a hit record, and I don't know what to say. He hasn't been turning up with music enough. Like, most rappers will put out snippets and stuff to try to get the interest. He's more worried about shopping for diamond necklaces, man, and dancing around on camera. Get in the studio, bro. Get Quavo to write you a hit like he did for Saweetie, man. That's all I could say, man. Use the cheat code. French Montana just sampled Big Pun, right? Everybody's using these cheat codes of sampling hip-hop records from the 90s, okay? Hey, it was bound to happen at one point, right? It's a cheat code right now. There's not a lot of originality going on. They're like, okay, well, I'll take a hit from the 90s and bring it back. And you know what? A lot of people don't even know where these samples are coming from. because they're in their 20s. They don't remember songs from the 90s. If you're in your 30s, you remember songs from the 90s. But if you're in your 20s, you got no idea. I don't blame you. I mean, I didn't know music, from when I was really from like, my first 10 years of life, So I can't fault you. You learn that stuff later when you like dig deeper into like the past if you're really interested in music. So I don't blame these kids for not knowing, because it's like, how would you know? You were a baby. Right? This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button. If you want to run ads on the channel, it is jordantowermedia at gmail.com. It's affordable, it's effective, it's concentrated on a certain audience, especially if you're doing like music or clothes. It's concentrated, and hey, if people like it, they like it, man. So hit me up.
Introducing Perry Purnell. All your fashion needs: jackets, t-shirts, accessories, clothes, and even shoes by Erwin Fowler, made in Italy. Go check him out below with all the links in the description.